Let's see. What's going on? I can't get my shit. Stop calling the same fucking plate, bitch. Good pick. Take the grip. Okay. There it is. Okay. Hang on, chat. Hang on, chat. Hang on. Trying to get my screen together. Oh, he's gonna run with Aaron Donald. All right. Got about Aaron Donald. And a cover too. Like my game volume too low. Like my game volume too low. Hey, I change that after this.
That you believe will be successful, Find your playmakers.
Come on, take that, y'all.
Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham.
What he want to do ain't gonna let him do
quite a
it.
bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Block. Keep blocking. Ah, come on, y'all.
To throw is Stafford. Looking at Stafford once, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Ryan. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. To throw is Ryan.
Throw the ball, right?
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on
that right again.
I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 18. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Going up top for Cup. Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over possession here up in the 44. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted.
Wow, oh my God. Oh, I ain't playing like trash.
Once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard
Terrible
line.
read. I don't even know why I threw that pass. And down Karen. That's what it is.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Play action. Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Going up top for Kupp. He's got a man.
He got that?
And they'll get this well past midfield before
he
being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Now I gotta play my game. I'm gonna get back to playing my game. I'm playing his game. That's
so how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Get out of here.
He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, as the first half is winding down. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes it can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Ryan. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
No? This will be closer. I think I need 62 is the limit.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments.
Yeah,
and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon in Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
The Ryan's throw there taken in by Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Patterson on the carry. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They run with Patterson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Here's Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that they're very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2. To throw for it is Ryan. Dancing to his left. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, Do you assign a man to him
Back to the
and try
fourth
to cover him before he gets going?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford's going to give this to Akers. Trucks over him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the ground, it's Akers. Breaks through the contact, and he's got this down to the 35.
Hey, I'll shut that shit down.
Use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
There you go.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Stafford hooking up with Akers. And they'll get 8 out of this before
Give me a
he
hit
stopped at the 28. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On 4th down, Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about it if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dante Fowler showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Stafford now to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Wow. I don't fucking believe it.
There to make the grab.
He's great. Moffed him.
That's taken the lead. Now Stafford. And this one's close. The 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Ryan to throw. Able to find Patterson, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing now is Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Now Ryan. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's Ryan. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Beautiful throw right there on third down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a first and goal at the 1.
Here's Ryan. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
Here we go, y'all.
Touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. They'll try and throw for it. Being chased out left. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth.
Let's go.
Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. This from Tom Dempsey range here. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires.
Are you
and the
shitting
Rams
me?
have won the game. So the LA Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time.
Wow.
That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
Wow. GG's. GG's. Let's move on to this game. I can't believe that, though. That's on me. Let's move on to this game. Oh boy. I need to play my game. I just gotta stop playing my game, chat. Get out of it, and it doesn't do me well. I should have been up by at least 4 scores for all those picks I had on his ass. Well, news. Tomorrow we're gonna have an event on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels. It is called the Limited to One event. It's where you only have 1 copy of each card in your deck. I hope it's the same dudes. We're gonna run a couple games on that. I already got my deck set up. It seems like they added some extra support my main too, so I'm running some of those cards.
A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams.
That's good to be saying.
Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Where's that same defense?
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Aaron out looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons.
Got him on that one.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Nah, this ain't the same guy.
So much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff. They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
On the return is Brandon Powell. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
You know what?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. Now, a throw
Harrison,
on
first
first
big
down,
off
but
the
it
way.
winds up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
From the 50 at Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
To the air again, Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Oh, come on. Oh, we got to take those.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything
Oh,
in
we
the
gotta
coverage
take
right there.
those.
There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods on the touchdown throw from Matthew Stafford. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quick.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield.
Damn you,
All
Ryan.
receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll look to run with Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And they will run it with Michelle.
Stop again. Let's go.
Right,
let's go, defense. One more time.
Down to the end of this first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So they try to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Stafford on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw, Stafford.
Ooh.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. Touchdown, Rams. Odell Beckham, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
This is crazy.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
You get ball
the
ahead.
Offense out there for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Ryan. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ryan will throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Drop that bitch in there.
Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, It's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On third down, Ryan. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Going up top for Kupp. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw on second and 10, Stafford.
Come on, why are you not playing that?
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Again, it's Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. 3 yards the game there, second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Throwing is Stafford. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout taken.
Ryan
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they
pass.
hurry. We'll see. So
Hey,
the big
yeah.
play changes
Right
the
there, buddy.
complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Ryan. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
He's got the first down here inside the 30.
How's that play?
Touchdown, L.A. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their
Yeah, I
lead.
think that's that glitch play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Nice glitch.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they... And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons! Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the number 1 overall pick. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2. To throw forward is Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Powell on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That one drops down.
That's it, AJ.
Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing the game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Stafford looks to throw again. He'll dump this off to Akers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From the red zone now, Stafford. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Meanwhile, Ryan's throw into the hands of Pitts here. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Throwing again, Ryan. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here we go. It's Ryan on fourth down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To throw again on second down, Ryan. And it's caught. Touchdown. Russell Gage from 21 yards away. And the Falcons have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On first down, Akers. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going right back to Akers. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. On the give, this is Akers. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So the LA Rams with a victory here, and even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, and deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did, but they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate, because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.